All right, guys, we're doing a new lesson, lesson 4. It says understand the meaning of multiplication. So we're working on multiplication now, okay? Basic stuff, right? Here's session 1. Okay, find each sum by skip counting. So, well, let's do this in our head. If I'm skip counting by 2s, I start with 2. What's next? 4. 14. Okay, but if I skip count by 5s, I start with, hold on, 10? What did I start off with? 5, 25. Okay, if it was, all right, that's how it works. Okay, go to page 93 for me, please. So here's a question I'm going to pose to you, okay? What is going on when you're multiplying numbers? What do you think? Jared? Says, what's going on when you're multiplying? Okay, you're actually adding, but kind of like not skip counting, kind of skip counting, either by 2s, 5s, 3s, depending what you're multiplying by, right? Okay. It says when you add to find the total number of objects in different groups. Sorry, you can add to find the total number of objects in different groups. When the groups are equal, you can also multiply to find the total. Okay. So look on page 93. You ready? What does it say? Draw a picture of 3 equal groups, right? Yes? Of 2 balloons. So watch me. If I'm writing, what are you doing? So how many groups am I going to need? 3, right? It says 3 groups. Look, it says 3 groups, right? So can you do that for me, please? Okay. How many in each group? Each group is going to have how many balloons? 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So my multiplication equation is this. How many groups are there? 3. Whoops. 3 times how many in each group? 2. 3 times 2, and then how many total? 6. Okay, so our picture was this, right? Our picture was this. Okay, I'm on number 2 now. So our picture was this, correct? It was 3 groups. Okay. And how many in each group? 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then it says to write an addition equation to represent the total your picture shows, okay? So how many are here on the first one? 2. And it's addition, right? So 2 plus, how many are the second one? No, how many more on the second one? 2. Plus, how many more in the second group? 2. So when it's an addition equation, I'm going 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. What's the total? 6. This is my addition equation when they tell me that. Okay, it's called repeated addition. It says complete the sentence to describe the equal groups in your picture, okay? So in the picture that we did on number 1, right? On number 1, okay, how many groups were there? 3. How many in each group? 2. So then 3 groups of 2 is 6. So my first one is going to be 3 times 2, which equals 6. This is my multiplication equation. Okay? 4 says you can model multiplication with equal groups. Okay? It says circle the tennis balls to show 3 equal groups of 4. So what am I doing? Okay, so do I do this? Is that 3 equal groups? That's not 3 equal groups, is it? I circle this group, that's one group. Then this one, that's another group. And this one, another group. That's all it said, right? Yes? So go ahead. Perfect. Then let's go on. Now use the picture of equal groups above to show the multiplication. So we're using this picture right here, okay? All right. Now, what does this sign mean? Equals. Right? Okay. Now the first number 3 means what? How many what? We circled what?
4.
We didn't circle 4. Yeah, and those 3 were what? Groups. Thank you. The first number tells you how many groups you have. Right? And what does this sign mean right here? Times or multiplication, right? Okay. What does a 4 mean? It says 4 is a factor that tells you how many are in each group. Thank you. Okay. And then the 12 tells you what? How many total, right? Okay. So when you see this, you say 3 times 4 equals 12. All right. You could also use models. You can also model multiplication with an array. So this is what we call an array. The reason why we call this an array, because look, we have rows like this and columns like this. Okay. So the way you do this is like this. In this model, how many rows do we have? How many rows do we have across like this? Wyatt? 3. See, I have 1, 2, 3. 3 rows. How many columns do I have? Going down, how many columns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 rows with 4 columns is how many total? How many total tennis balls?
7.
How many? Wait. Are we adding or multiplying?
12.
I don't see 7 tennis balls.
12.
How many tennis balls do I see?
12.
Let's see. You're right, 12, but let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 total. And what would be my multiplication equation? 3 times 4 is what? 12. So let's do this together, okay? Okay. It says, so obviously you don't have this on your book, okay? It says draw equal groups to model each multiplication sentence, then count how many in all as a product, okay? So the first one, it says 5 times 3. How many groups do I have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. And then how many in each group? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So what's the total? What's the total? 15, correct. Nice. Okay. All right. So number 2 says 4 times 6. What do we do? How many groups? The first number tells me how many groups. So how many groups? 4. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the second number tells me how many? How many in each group, right? So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 times 6? 24. Good. 24. Okay. Then I have 7 times 3. How many groups first?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 right there. Okay, and that one there. 7. And how many in each group?
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 7 times 3? 21. Okay. So again, it's just another strategy that you guys could do. Okay. All right, we're gonna work on this packet. Okay. Now, we already talked about twos. Okay. That was last week. So you could finish this sometime this week. And there's 2 pages of technically of the same thing. Okay. Okay. So we're just gonna work on this page right here first. Let's see. This is better. Okay, when I'm multiplying by 5s, I could do the array, right? Like this. I could do this 5 times 5. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do this, right? It'll take me forever, but I could do that. That's an array. 5 times 5, 25. I could do that part. Or I could do this. 5 groups, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't write anything yet. Okay, and then how many in each group? Well, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 times 5? 25. I could do it that way as well. Or you could just know them. 5 times 5? 25. 5 times 4? 5, 10, 15, 20. 5 times 2? 10. 5 times 7? Count by 5s. 35. Good. 5 times 1? 1 times 5? 5 times 3? 5, 10, 15, right? Look, count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. Like that. So that's 15. 8 times 5? Tell me.
40.
40. Good. So if 8 times 5 is 40, what's 5 times 8?
40.
40 is just in different order, right? Okay, 5 times 4 we already did. What's that?
20.
5 times 1?
5.
5. 6 times 5? 30, not 35. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 5 again. 25. 2 times 5? 10. Speak up louder. 3 times 5?
10.
I know, 3 times 5 now.
15.
15. Look, 3 times 5 is the same thing as 5 times 3. So if I have 15, what goes here? 15. Good. 4 times 5?
20.
20 is right here. 5 times 4 and 4 times 5 is the same thing, 20. Now 7 times 5, 35, because I have, look, 5 times 7 and 7 times 5 is the same thing, 35. 3 times 5? 15, which I could look up here, right? I have one right here already. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 6? 30. 8 times 5? Or 5 times 8? 40. 1 times 5? 5. 9 times 5? 45. Not 100. Not 100. That's 20 times 5 is 100. But 9 times 5? I'm just counting by 5s, right? 45. Right? 5 times 7?
45.
Okay, 5 times 7 though. It's 35. 9 times 7 is 45. So this is 35. 5 times 8? 40. Okay. 3 times 5? 15. 5 times 6? 30. 5 times 2? 10. Okay. 4 times 5, 20. Good. 5 times 1, 5. Okay. 9 times 5, that's 45. 2 times 5, 10. 5 times 7, 35. Okay. 1 times 5, 5. 5 times 3, 15. 6 times 5, 30. 30, 30, 30. 5 times 5 now, 25. 25. 5 times 5 is 25.